now. I might pull out a book, but I talk. Okay? So I decided to go on early on this channel. Y'all, confirmation. I kept feeling like something was going to fall over, and it did. It didn't break, though. All right. So I got my little rusty book out here. Y'all know I told y'all my mother gave me this book as a gift a few years before she passed, and this book has changed my life. Changed my life. Okay? All right, we'll wait till we get more people in here. I'm working on being softer, y'all. You should too be working on being softer. So I feel like I want to pick out my hair a little bit. Just pick it out a little bit while we waiting. Yo, I finally found the products that I like, but we're gonna talk in a minute, okay? You want to take charge of your life? I'm gonna give you some things I recently learned, okay? I'm not gonna give it all for free in this video, but if you take some time and meditate on the things I'm saying in this video, it's gonna change your life because it changed mine, okay? It changed mine. Try to keep the comments positive, no negativity and no hate, okay? No negativity and no hate. All right. So I know some people are going on their lunch break, a late lunch break, or they're going on a early morning break at work and just want to get some guidance in real quick. So y'all know I love my incense. I burn incense on all my channels. If the East Indian people can do it and the Asian people can do it, so can I. I'm going to burn my incense without apology. Without apology, straight up. Hi, everybody. Uh, I ain't going nowhere, y'all. I'm not allowed to go nowhere. According to my purpose, according to what I was told by several psychics and what I got from the other side, downloads, dreams, I'm not allowed to quit. You know, we all have a way we're supposed to pay off our karmic debt. You know, every life that you're in, if you believe in reincarnation, you're paying off some of your karmic debt. And once it gets really, really low, that's when the money starts coming in more often. Your powers of manifesting becomes elite. My powers of manifesting are elite. Money comes to me on a weekly basis. Weekly, y'all, through all kind of sources. It always comes. Gifts, money, something. But my debt, my karmic debt is very low. Okay. All right, we're going to get into that. So the very first thing I found out about taking charge of my life is to just throw away the whole matrix script. Everything you've learned as a kid, just throw it away. Look, you don't have time to be like figuring out how you was tricked this way and that way and that way. Just throw it all away and start from scratch. Sometimes you got to bring the whole home down to its ground. Ship everything into a box and then pick out of that box to find out, what is actually working for you. So one thing I found is if you clean your life up as if it's your death day, okay, and you don't want to leave a lot of mess for your family members, what would you actually leave them? Understand that the gifts that you would leave people are the gifts that you would leave yourself if you are actually divine. Okay? What that is going to do is make you see what you haven't been seeing that's working for you. That's your true, authentic self. Okay? So do a monthly Swedish cleaning. The Swedish, they will clean their home as if that's their last day and they're making sure that their families can comfortably do their funeral and don't have a lot of their stuff to move out. The Matrix have told us that we're supposed to do this only in the springtime, only when we know we're going to die, and only when we're moving. Understand that the system has left out the key pieces that you need to take control over your energy and you and your life. The pieces have been taken out and hidden from you. Even the parts about learning your energy. You have certain energy that works for you, that's different than everybody else. So not only do we have to be in the school of the game of life, but we have to be in a school of the game of my own energy. And it's okay to have a certain energy that you like to use that's different than everybody else. Finding out what that is closer to closer to finding out what will keep you having faith in the creator. For example, when the creator made statues, the creator didn't say, well, this stone statue in the museum is going to be perceived as being soft. If the creator wanted that statue soft, the creator would have made that statue more cotton-like. But because that statue is made out of 90% stone, that's exactly what that statue is supposed to be. The energy is supposed to use, and also the way it's supposed to be seen. You have to find out the energy that works best for you. But you also have to find out what energy do you most struggle with. We all got a struggle energy. We all got a struggle element. The people, a lot of the people in your life, they are hiding you from finding out what that is. They're hiding it from you. If they're not on your side, helping you to manifest, they're hiding you from your own struggle energy, distracting you, keeping you in arguments, keeping you chasing them. All of that is to distract you from your struggle energy. This is something that I just recently learned. Okay? My struggle energy was being able to share my emotional well-being. I was internalizing it so much that it was destroying me. I had to keep it real when I spoke to people who hurt me and let them know to their face, what you did to me was wrong and it hurt me and I don't like it and I don't appreciate it. When I was able to do that energy, be that energy, I was able to get the karma that I deserve and they deserve from the whole situation. Sometimes we're overdoing it in the energy that works from us, and we're putting it in a part of ourselves that it don't belong. So yeah, I'm using myself as an example. Yeah, I am a solid person. I stand on business. Y'all know this. Y'all know this about me. I could be serious. I could be like that type of auntie mother figure, if you want to call it, that mean business. But also behind that, I still have feelings. I still sometimes cry and sad, and sometimes I need to show that to the people who hurt me because they're thinking that I don't know that that works for me too. Expressions of pain works for you too. It works for some people better than other people because it's a part of their destiny to be that way. The way we act is also a part of our destiny. Our destiny to manifest our abundance. When you stop acting the way you really want to act, when you say, no, I'm not going to be that way. No, I'm not going to hide. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to show this. I'm not going to. you are doing exactly what the enemy doing. You are blocking your own fulfillment, destiny fulfillment. And I realized that before we can say, I need the knowledge on how to be smart about money and how to be smart about um, how I use the things I got and the work that I do, I have to get to know myself when I'm in front of people and when I'm hidden from people. We know a lot about ourselves when we're hidden, right? We do. But when we are out here, we don't know ourselves as well because we don't realize that our projection of ourselves is still interfering or supporting our manifestation powers. So sometimes you got to disappear to study yourself. Not just I'm disappearing to set up boundaries, to protect my energy, to manifest, to get money, to grind harder, to be in monk mode. No, I'm disappearing so that I can study the recordings of myself. I can be the audience sometime. I can workshop myself because I don't have a standby spiritual teacher like Oprah monitoring myself from the outside in. So I have to be it for myself. I don't have Miss V on speed dial to watch me through my day to give me the hardcore truth about how my frequency is moving along and acting. So I have to do it for myself. Sometimes introspection has to happen over months. We say, well, I meditated 15 minutes on myself. I'm cool. No, 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 no. Sometimes it takes months where you only work when you got to work. And those months is you just standing back and you're looking at the memories, but from the other person's point of view. This is getting deep. Okay? From the other person's point of view. But the Matrix have actually told us, focus on how you feel, only how you feel, only you. The Matrix is teaching us all to be narcissists. Only point of view that matters is mine. Only the way I see it matters. Yet we are not the one giving us the money all the time. Other people's giving it to us. But the Matrix wants you to focus on I as a singularity, not I as the universe. The perception of others outside of me, they're I too. The Matrix don't want you to think like that. But guess what? Some of the most wealthiest celebrities are taught to think that way. They're taught to see, look at the perspective of people on the outside. Y'all see Flick, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me hold Flick for a minute. Flicky, you want mama? You want mama? You want to get over here? Okay. Okay. All right. So that was Flick, y'all. All right. One thing I learned about cats, if you have cats, never ever put them as low priority. That's going to be another video. If you have cats, cats are the most abundant animal you can own because cats literally help you with the happy hormone, with serotonin. So if you are an aging person and you have cats, don't ever put them last. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if you have to stop a moment and hold your kitty cats. Cats know what you need. They know what your spirit needs. They're tapping into you. Okay? So they know. And when you're trying to have an upgrade spiritually and you're trying to renew your faith and you're trying to step into your power, your cats will do this. See what the cat's doing right now? The cats will jump up and give you a headbutt. It's the way of saying, good job, I love you, keep at it. So that's why Flick is doing all this. All right. Plus, he's trying to get help too. Okay, so let's continue. Hold on, y'all. Let me give them some treats for supporting me. You want treats for supporting me? All right. Always take care of y'all family, whether they're pets, or human. Here, we're gonna take a brief break while because they've been up for a while, so I just got to make sure they get a little bit of treats here. Come on, AC. Now we're going to get into something else about taking charge of your life. Okay. So there's enough treats sitting here. Hansi, you don't have any? Hansi. Hold on, y'all. Here, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Here. Here's some right there. Okay. All right, so the other thing that I learned recently, I got to get ready to go, y'all, okay? Less is always more. Never give all your gems out for free, especially if you don't know who's watching. Another thing that I've learned is the matrix. In order to take charge of your life, you have to put more value on silence. You have to see that being quiet is just as important as talking, or even more important. When I say silence, I mean just listening to the elements. This is not about meditation. This is about allowing yourself to be open. See, when you run your mouth and you're talking, your crown chakra is a little closed. We are doing this with our crown chakra. This is going on all day. When it needs to be this, a lot of the time of the day, some of the most powerful leaders, only time they talk is when they're running their company, when they're running their business. Otherwise, they're not talking. The energy that you receive when you're not talking is just as precious as the energy that you get that you can hold in your hand. But this system has taught us if I can't feel it physically, then it's not of that much value. And this is why so many of us, we don't tap into our soul power strong. The matrix do not want you to believe in the power of your soul, without the scriptures that it gives you. It doesn't want you to believe in just the power of your soul all by itself in long periods of silence, of just feasting on the elemental energy. Not meditating, but feasting it. I am getting fed. We've been taught you sit quietly to meditate. You sit outside and listen to meditate. You sit at your kitchen table to meditate. You lay on your couch to meditate. You go for walks to do some meditating and tapping in. What if you just stop tapping in, stop trying to tap on a certain door in the metaphysical world? What if you stopped and you just got fed the elements that is in the space? And you had faith that whatever you got fed was what you're supposed to get. And you will get what you're supposed to get energetically. Because in your space has come because of who you are, or who you have been focusing on, or what you have been focusing on. So the thing is start depositing the energy in silence. People that can't speak, they manifest too. People that can't hear, they're manifesting too. People that can't talk, who can't talk out loud, who can't speak right, who got abnormalities in their voice, they're manifesting. Really, the only thing you need to really begin to manifest, okay? First, take charge of your soul. If you want your manifest, if you want what you want, take charge of your soul, which means sometimes the soul just be. We don't always hear the spirits on the other side. We don't always sense them, but they're still there. Why? Because they are just being. They're not necessarily allowing us to tap into them. Hi, everybody. It is Tell It Tuesday. Tell It Tuesday. Somebody want to know about dogs. Okay. Dogs, we're not going to get all into that, but dogs are kind of getting into, okay, fortune energy. Hunting, going after what we want. The chase, all of that. But the spiritual side, the spiritual is with cats. And that's how it's always been. Even the Egyptians knew this. Sight first, sight from within, then outside is significant. This is why when you age, if you don't be spiritual on a regular, your money's blocked. Your money will be blocked. Like even more than young people. Because young people, they can still kind of get money because they look so good. But when you are aging in your middle age, you need cats as much as dogs. It always troubles me when I see like an old man and he's just with his dog. And I'm like, okay, he's content with what he got. He's content with what he got. Otherwise, he would get cats for the help with the faith and spirit and power and perseverance. He would get that, which he definitely need at his old age. Why you think some women who get rich and they're old and they're always winning the lottery or winning at bingo, they're the cat lady. I'm just keeping it real. I'm a cat lady and I'm a stay a cat lady. If I can have 10 cats in here, 20, 30 cats, I'll have them all. This whole house will be cats. The point that I'm making, okay, is taking charge of your life is first spiritual. Forget about everything you got. Work on the spiritual plan. Work on it. Forget about what the Matrix taught you and get a system, a spiritual routine that works. That's the there's a time you always do it. Even if you don't do anything else, you do that. Because if you do it spiritually, the physical must come. It must come. It must. So if you try to skip over the spiritual and you say, how come I'm not taking care of myself? How come I'm not manifesting? How come I'm not getting things or getting things done? Well, you skipped over the spiritual. You was doing matrix stuff. Just toxic entertainment, running your mouth, focusing on low vibrational people, arguing with family members. That's exactly why it didn't come. Do you know the 20 minutes, just 20 minutes of spiritual work? It's like a whole day. Because a lot of people are front and they're not spiritual. A lot of people are not. They're just saying that. They're just saying that to get attention. They say they're attached to somebody who's spiritual, leeching off of them and running around saying they're spiritual. I can't begin to tell you how many narcissists told me they were spiritual, but yet I hardly ever saw them doing anything spiritual. Hardly ever. Only time they were spiritual was when, Sunday church. But all week long, there was no spiritual activities. There was none. But if you're doing it 20 or 40 minutes a day, 2 times 20 minutes a day, you are ahead of everybody, even if it didn't come yet physically. You're ahead of a lot of people in your community. Because a lot of people are saying, I'll just distract myself. When you become spiritual on a regular through your day, you are refusing to lose against resistance. And I'm talking about the resistance of the energy that no longer works for you. Energy that you have invited into your life. Energy that you have nourished and fed that you should not have. Hold on, y'all. Flicky, get down my butt. That is the resistance. If you want to know what the resistance is, it is all the negative lower version vibrations of you and anybody you focused on, all that in your metaphysical space. When you are being spiritual, you are pushing it out. You're cleaning it. You're like, out of here, out of here. Every time it tries to creep back in, you're kicking it out. And when you kick it out, then the energy, the small portions of energy that you have been, that is creating resistance in your field, is the energy that either never worked for you, that you shouldn't have been focused on because it's too opposite of your energy, or it has been sent to block your own energy that is working for you. Now, if you're still dealing with resistance, because some people are like, oh, I'm a little bit through it with this, and a little bit taking the leap. I'm like kind of in there halfway, like 70%. If you're still struggling with that, okay, it is okay to retreat and come back with better artillery. Okay, better energy artillery. It is okay to move your work and your business to a different location. A different location. Businesses do it all the time. Emperors, they say, you know what, this is too much resistance in this city, on this street where my business at. There's too much resistance living with this person. Sometimes you do gotta just say, I didn't fight this long enough, and I just cannot get all the way through the resistance. Okay? You never know who is synchronizing themselves with you to strengthen the resistance. You never know. It could be your neighbors, your family members. You never know. They know your schedule. They know where you're going to be. They have a vision of where you're going to be seated when you try to get through resistance. You never know. So one way is to go off the algorithm of resistance. Get off that algorithm, which means you got to not only finish the leap with well, okay, I'm in the middle of taking charge of my life. I'm taking action, but I have to leap also off this algorithm and go somewhere where the resistance has never beat me, where the resistance has never shook me, where the resistance it cannot haunt me or disturb my peace. Now, I have been testing this out, okay? I'm naturally a spiritual chemist. So I have been testing this out. And what I have done is I have said, okay, what if I go in this place? Or what if I go in this room? And what if I go here? What occurs? Okay? How does the resistance evil energy actually feel? And I find that it often feels the strongest where the most chaos was in my life. Even if the chaos ain't there no more, even if it's a year after chaos happened there, the resistance, the echo vibrational pull is still there. So I don't have time to wait for the resistance to self-destruct by being starved of my energy or feeling defeated because I keep on chopping at it. I don't have time for that because delays will happen with my manifestation. So I'll just retreat, take my stuff to a place where the resistance cannot be strong. It's usually a place where there is more light coming in, more natural light coming in. It's a place where a lot of people maintain peace and stay peaceful at. It's a place where I have not wasted my time or my energy at. It is a place in which some of the most powerful ancestral energy is there. Now I'm not going to tell y'all where these places are. The half the fun is researching how to stay in charge of your life through how to defeat or avoid resistance. You don't have to push through resistance. You can just avoid it. You can say, well, you don't have no access to me. Resistance, you don't have, if you do have access to me, you only have an index finger access. You can only tap me on the shoulder. What you can't do is grip me by the throat or grip me by the heart chakra. Because I have went somewhere where the energy is so high vibrational, the energy is so of the creator that you cannot restrain me. Hi everybody. We have got to stop thinking just fight, 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 fight. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You do not have to fight my will against whatever invisible will was in the room. You don't have to fight. A part of manifestation is also detaching. We don't give gratitude for. Sometimes I just got to be in my own space, and that I'm not. My back is turned to the energy. I'm not really focused on it because I have to focus on my nourishment and my energy. So how can you not give confirmation or validation to the existence of the resistance around you? The moment you say it exists and even stronger than it existed before. So you can try that route. You can sit in the room with the resistance energy and say, you don't exist, you don't exist, you don't exist, you don't have the power over me. Okay, you could take that route. You could chant it away from you. You could chant it away from you. But that's still taking up your time. Why not just go where the more abundant of faith has already been? Go where other people have achieved that. Go where other people have had their prayers answered. Go where other people have walked away with a smile on their face and they were in good spirits. They were good, they were being good people. Go there. That's what you'll get energetically. Resistance will cower before you. You will feel like, okay, how come this is easier for me to manifest here? What is all this about? Well, the energy has been deposited so many times in high vibration in that place that the resistance is going to struggle every time you show up. If it's chasing you and following you, which it will. Everybody that did you wrong is chasing you energetically if you ain't focusing on them anymore. Everything, corporation, whatever, that did you wrong, if you're not focusing, still chasing them, chase because it got validation through the evidence of how it did you wrong. But when you get away from it, it's still chasing you. It's going to try to hunt you down because it's resistance. But if you go somewhere that is so high vibrational positive, it's hard, the radar struggle, okay? It's like a broken antenna on a TV. It doesn't work that well. They can't really pick you up. They can't really whoop and distort your faith and belief in your manifestation powers. So most likely the odds of you manifesting is higher. Okay? You want to increase the odds. You want to increase the chances that you will manifest. And where have you been the happiest at? Where have you felt like you stepped in your power? Where? It could be just a certain little place on your carpet or a little spot, just that one little spot in your house. It could be that. It could be what you've always been looking at before that made you happy. What you can look at every day and you say, oh, I get happy when I see that. But let me tell you something. It is still very significant when it comes to being connected to your cosmic energy. There is a place, a time, and a source that has been specifically chosen for you to beat resistance. Where resistance will suffer if it comes for you. Now, what that is, what those things are, you have to get to know your own energy to find out what they are. It's different for everybody. It's different. For example, my daughter, she overcomes so many obstacles after she's been on the move for a while. I learned that about her, that she saw me as resistance when she couldn't move when she was with me. See, you could be resistance, you could be somebody's holding somebody back and you ain't doing it on purpose. Okay? Oh, hi everybody. Hi Irvin. I'm gonna get back on video, y'all. My cell phone needed to charge for a minute. So this is why it's important to connect with people who like to move the way you move. Otherwise, they're resistance. Otherwise, they're resistance. Okay? And this is something that it is, they don't have to enjoy the things you enjoy, but they do have to want to move the way you move. Let me give you an example. Okay? My daughter is someone who moves a lot. And when she moves a lot, she has breakthroughs. Okay? She travels, she tends to love herself, she blesses herself after that. She's she just shows up with this confident energy she didn't have. And then I got to thinking about when we were so close, that was the energy that I was supporting of hers. That was the energy of that I was supporting. But that was also the energy that I was struggling with, that she was bringing into my life that I needed. So her energy that she was abundant in was my struggle energy. This is getting deep, y'all. This is getting deep. It's just getting deep. And when I noticed this only recently, I realized why she was put in my life and why I was put in her life. Okay? I was put in her life. Your whole family is, let me tell you, your family members are actually, especially your kids, they're all there to protect you from resistance, to help you defeat it. But some of them don't know that. They don't know that. They see you as a threat. Okay? They see you as a threat because you are doing something that they're struggling with. Your energy, the way it's moving, they're struggling with, so they're jealous. But they don't realize that there's energy they're struggling with that you're assigned to help them with, and they're assigned to help you with. You have your own energy struggles. If y'all would just trade support and help each other with the energy, y'all would build a kingdom that is energetically prepared for fortune. Okay? Energetically prepared for fortune. Now, the thing is that the resistance, okay, that keeps you from being in charge of your life, you're charge of your energy. It will send you outside sources to affect the people in your life, to pull them into jealous energy, just in case they're helping you get through resistance. So the thing is that there needs to be a meeting of the minds you have to have with your family, a meeting of the minds and your friends, and you need to talk to them about how you will support the energy that they're struggling with, and they will support the energy that you're struggling with. Now, if they don't want that, if they don't want that, then they have been totally taken over by resistance, which means they are no different than a room that refuses to let you be energetically. You have to leave them too. You have to leave them too. Once it is revealed, once you reveal, because as a divine one, you're supposed to be revealing. Once you reveal it, you say, you know what? My energy struggles with being more public. Your energy struggles with being a little bit too public all the time. we got to help each other have some sort of balance with that. So maybe you'll take me places, and then maybe I'll get you to be in the home sometime. And then we'll both have some healing or get through, and we'll step more into our own individual power. Now, if that person don't want to deal with it, it's because they have been overcome by resistance so long that they have given up. Some people, look, some people don't want to get through the blocks. This is something you have to understand. Some people have been taken over by it so long that they don't have no hope. Their all hope is lost. But you can trick people to get their hope back by simply taking them towards what creates hope without letting them know that you are. Okay? Now that's a whole different conversation. Because there's a family member I tricked to get more faith. I tricked them to get the faith. Because I know that the devil, the evil energy of resistance got them so strongly, so tight, that if I don't trick them, they're never going to go towards it. They're never going to. So I tricked them in ways to do it. Okay? And then I know that that's pushing them into their power. And they're in their power. They're in their power. As long as I didn't do it illegally, at least I got them to get in their power. If I get them in their own power, my power is protected. It's for them and me. This is why you have to get your family and friends into their power so they can stay out of yours. And stay out of your way. And stay out of your way. Praise the Most High for that download. Praise the Most High for that download, y'all. Praise the Most High for that download. Because if they're not in their own power, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to get in the way of yours. Okay? Because they want to do something. So this is why it's important to feed, to serve. You need to be like a mother. Even if you're a male, born male, you still need to be in that mother energy at the first few hours of your day. You have to feed so that everybody can get out of your way. Not just so that when it's time for you, they're not getting in your way. They have been fed. They have been helped to get into their power. There's so much in their power, they're not even worried about you. And that's a wonderful feeling. That's a wonderful feeling that you can go do your power. Your mom, you can go do your power. You can go do you, and you don't have to worry about phone calls, interruptions, distractions, arguments, chaos, nothing. It's all been taken care of with them pushed into their power. Now you can just do you. You can be in your divine timing, and they're in theirs. Wonderful, isn't it? I told y'all, give me 45 minutes and I will change y'all life in this video. So, if you are struggling to take charge of your life, sometimes you got to help people around you. Trick them if you got to. Trick them to get into their power. Play the damsel in distress. Play the damsel in distress. And that will get them in their power. At least then if you already know how to take charge of your life, you have the energy, the time, and the freedom to do it. Look, we all can get the skills. We can listen to all these life coaches 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways, and through 1,000 different resources to take charge of our life. But the main reason why we can is because the people around us are not. Our co-workers aren't. They're not. That's why they're coming for your energy. So if you get familiar with the people, the energy that is affecting you, and you figure out where it's struggling at, you start to save yourself. Now let me give y'all this download. Very special download. Okay? This information is copyrighted and protected and shall not be used without my express permission. A part of taking charge of your life is keeping it real about what you're working with and what you're not. Don't live in delusions about that. You know where you're struggling. Now you say, well, I just can't sit here and not make no money off of this because I'm struggling. You make money by helping people to grow with you. Do you know your sufferings are signs of what you need to do for financial success? Once you deal with those sufferings, the money will flow in faster. Praise the Most High. 11:17, 11:18 on the clock. Powerful numbers are on the clock right now. 11:17, 11:18. Okay. But a lot of us aren't keeping it real. We're not ready to say we're masters of a certain energy. We're not ready for that. We're not ready to say I'm not a master at this. So we just keep on doing it, keep on doing it. The point is, you grow and then you feed. You grow and then you feed. You grow and then you feed. If you haven't grown in it, you shouldn't be trying to feed nobody yet. And what I mean by grown is that you should be reaping the rewards. You should be getting all the rewards. You should be seeing a lot of rewards bestowed upon you before you go out here and try to grow and think people are going to take you serious. They're looking at you. They're tapping into your energy. They know that you're not in that energy all the way. They know that you're not really abundant in that energy. So that's why they don't want to bless you. That's why they say you shouldn't be in charge. If there's three signs that I recently learned. I didn't recently learn it, but I'm just saying over the last 5 years or so. If you are not willing to make love life wait until you are ready for it, till you are sure you're ready for a wife and a husband and friends, then you shouldn't be doing it. You will never take charge of it. You'll never be in charge like you want because you're not ready spiritually and energetically. This means, how much gratitude do you have with practicing being innocent and pure? Practicing being innocent. Innocent in your mind and within. Innocent. Not just innocent with how you're treating people, but innocent in your mind when nobody's around and when you by yourself. How you're thinking of people who have done you wrong. How you're thinking of people who you don't know. How you're thinking of society. Are you trying to keep it pure and innocent and positive? If you still struggling with that, then the Creator is never going to put you in a position to be in charge of something that has to do anything directly with spiritualism. So if you say I'm gonna be a spiritual teacher, a guide, a minister, or I'm gonna be somebody that exercise demons out of people, even through mental conversations, or give some wisdom or all that conversations, you're not ready for it. Because internally you're not in charge of the way you think. You're not yet. Now the second thing, if you are not taking care of yourself, self-care, at least 90% of the time out of every month, meaning you don't skip more than 2 days. You're not more than 2 days with self-neglect. Okay, because sometimes our ancestors did go 2 days without washing or whatever because the water hole was dangerous. The beast was too hungry. They didn't want to fight all out in the woods all the time. They was giving gratitude or fasting on water or whatever. Okay. But if you're going days and weeks and stuff like that, unclean, or that every time you try to connect to those sources, it's a struggle. Your intuition is turned off. It's almost like you can't seem to have faith in yourself, really. You don't believe that you're right on time, or you feel like you need confirmation from another psychic or another person. It's wild, y'all. So do not never ever ever neglect self-care. 2 days is all you get, because the Creator will see that you were fasting, that you were giving gratitude for your essential needs. but you never go more than 2 days. I don't care if you just been through World War II. A lot of people think that the military people were going weeks and weeks and weeks unbathed. No, they weren't. They even if they had a little bit of water and a little rag, they would clean up themselves a little bit. They would find a water source. It wasn't all days and days and days. And even if they did, it's because they was forced into it. It wasn't by choice. Okay? Even if you're being in that military mindset, like the guy from War of Roses, War of Art, Stephen Pressfield talks about. It doesn't mean forcing yourself into lack of self-care for days and weeks. The miserable that he's talking about is being willing to have less physically so that someday you won't have to worry about having less. If you want more, you can always get more. You can afford it. But you have to be willing to have less physically than most people around you. The abundance will most likely come to you anyway. When you see family members and friends getting brand new cars that's expensive, you don't get one. You don't get one. You do not get one. You have to be willing to be, because less means your energy has less weight on it, less pressure, unless you give it pressure. People say, I've been accused of being called a witch, everything under the sun, because how tapped in I am. I don't even try to tap in. I stay in. But because I'm okay with having physically less than everybody else, because I realize how heavy that makes my energy when I try to have more and more and more. I realize that's why I never was closer to not having to worry about money. The less you chase products and stuff you don't need, the less you'll worry about not having money. You look, let me tell you how you get, the closer you get to getting rich is to maintain. This is going to get really deep. I want y'all to think about this because I cracked the code with this one. How long can I go with less fear of worrying about my financial state of being? I want to go longer, never having to worry about it. The worry is not that strong. The fear of being broke is not that strong. See, when you're afraid of being broke, when you're afraid of going hungry, you're vibrating too low to manifest the things that you want. Things that you want. So the longer you go where you're like, well, I got enough money for my needs. I know that I have enough money in my bank account for my needs. I'm not going to be scrapping money up for the next 2 months for my needs. I'm not going to. You are protecting the strength of your manifestation energy that is strong. It's strong at that point. It's strong, okay? It's strong. But when you keep you give gifts to people who's not worthy of them, you waste money. That fear of being broke and homeless and starving, it gets stronger. It gets stronger. That fear, you're feeding the fear. And then resistance says, most likely I'm going to win. I know I'm going to win now because look how strong your fear is. Less fear, weaker resistance. Less fear, weaker the resistance. And when you are mindful about your money, you are treating every single penny like it is attached to your life force. Like, ooh, if I waste this, I might be taking a year off my life. When you think like that, then you are making sure you don't increase the fear of poverty. You're not afraid. You're not growing that fear. Because most of the time the creator will provide for you over a couple of months. And then you're tested. Then you're tested. The creator the creator will make your YouTube channel go viral for maybe about 6 months. And then you're tested. Are you going to go out there and buy that expensive house and that expensive car? Are you? Are you going to go buy all kinds of expensive diamond rings and expensive name brand stuff? The creator's like, let me see. Do you still see the extreme value of a penny? Or you only did just so your YouTube channel could go viral? Hi, everybody. I'm telling y'all this because this is the chance for some of y'all to have new channels, multiple streams of income. So y'all got the same energy that you had when you got you get that breakthrough on your channel, because it could come like in March or April next year. You got to keep that same energy. See, that's the hard part. You can get the energy. You can get the energy of I'm worthy and I'm thankful. Cause you find those moments in your day. You find those moments, even a week sometime where you're in your power and you're like, I'm happy and thankful. I'm getting it. Or you're taking action and you're beating resistance. You have periods where you do, but keeping it is the hard part. Keeping it. And resistance will always do a last resort on your money. How you treat money. It said, I can't get you through anybody else. I will get you on how you treat money. I'll get you that way. If you have been having trouble with saving money, okay, let's say you have trouble saving $300, then you probably need to be saving $600. Let's say that every month you waste $200 to $300 a month. Somehow you waste it. Then you probably need to start saving $600. That's when you'll really step into your power. Or at least maybe 100 over. Okay. That way you're like, okay, I'm really into my power. Okay. I'm really taking back my power from this karmic energy of resistance that's making me waste money. Because money is emperor energy, period. Okay. The emperor, no emperor, no kingdom. So if I'm not mindful about my money, then there's no way that I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to take charge. There's no way I am in charge. Somebody else is in charge. Some karmic energy is in charge. I'm not. And let me tell you, when you start competing with yourself, I want to see how much money I can save this month versus last month. How about that contest? Let me see how I can make money work even more for me this month versus last month. See what happens. Let's see. Let me tell y'all, and I'm having this conversation because I kept getting like, be mindful about money, 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 money today. I kept getting it strongly. Some people, they want you to think that their influence is getting you to be mindful about your money because you can get their attention if you spend money. But you should never have to spend money to get attention. You should never have to spend money to get the quality time of family members and friends. And I'm telling y'all no lies. Some of y'all got people coming that's going to want you in that energy. If we spending money, we having a good time. That's also tricking you to not be in charge of your energy. I have friends that would always make me think if I wasn't buying drink after drink in a bar, I wasn't having fun. If I wasn't buying takeout while we were out, we weren't having fun. If we wasn't at the mall shopping, we weren't having fun. All of that is no. What if you did something totally ridiculous with your money? Did people say that's laughable? You go up in the mall and you come out with a $15 t-shirt and everybody else is walking around with 5, 6 bags. That would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. But you would leave all of them in the dust energetically. When I tell y'all, I'm telling y'all no lie. I do it all the time. I've seen people look in my cart when I come out Walmart like, why am I in Walmart? I got one bag. Like, y'all, I'm telling you. I've had people look at my cart, look at me like, why you all coming? You only got one bag. Shoot, when you go to Walmart, you go hard. And I said, no, y'all go hard up in Walmart. Y'all go hard. I don't go in Walmart to get things and buy things because, woo, they on sale. Walmart is for my needs. I don't care what's on sale. Now, I told you saving money, but that's not how you're supposed to think of it. Because when you think of saving money, then you might slip into the, oh, because I don't want to go broke, because I don't want to be poor. See, right there, you're lowering your vibration. You want to think, because I respect money. That's why I'm not doing this. The reason why I'm not throwing my money around out here just for sales on shiny object, because I want to respect money. If you say save, 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 you could become getting in that greedy energy where you're like, oh, just in case for something happen. What if all hell break loose? What if the economy? You might be in your subconsciousness. You're feeding, you're feeding the panic energy about money and economy. You don't know what's deep down in your subconsciousness on that you've been trained to think about how money flows. So to not even feed that type of negative energy in there, I'm doing this to respect money. Because when I don't respect money, I don't respect myself. I'm not respecting myself. I'm not respecting myself. Because there's something about me that's leaving, fading, it's breaking, it's getting sick, and I don't know about it. Aging takes something. It always does. Now, while I'm out here spending this money any kind of way, there is something happening coming up in this reality that's going to need this money. I'm going to have an essential need that's going to need this money. And then I'm going to get mad at myself for have wasted this money 5 years ago. Or I'm going to get mad at myself because I can't help a family member that's in a real, real bad situation. I don't know what's coming for me in this reality. What's up ahead? I don't know. And since I don't know, I cannot disrespect money. I cannot disrespect money. I cannot control the free will of my landlord. My landlord might do insurance fraud, and then I get kicked out. It happened to me, y'all. It happened to me. I cannot control the free will of this world. So I cannot have disrespect for money. Somebody could bust up in my crib while I'm talking to y'all right now and fight me for everything in here. Then what? Then what? They win, they run off with my electronics, and then what? I'm stuck. The simple fact that I will go through a crisis, like Brian Tracy say, you're either on your way to a crisis, coming out of a crisis, okay, or you're about to be in a crisis, okay? You're done. You just came through a crisis. You're on your way to a crisis, okay? Period. The problem is people don't think that. People think that they're done with their crisis and it's never going to be another crisis. It's never going to be another crisis. I used to think that way, y'all. I got through the crisis of my dental work, the crisis of being 250 pounds. I thought I was cool. I said, I got my car, everything's cool. I was so caught up in the pleasure of being through that crisis. I did not realize that that another crisis It's going to come. That's just the way the world works. The energy of the world works. I wasn't thinking like that. But I started thinking like that over the past couple of years. And I was prepared. I was prepared. The crisis did come. I was able to go and I was able to go take care of the crisis. Okay. Somebody said vegetables will manifest into money. No, it won't, because it's already money. Our ancestors didn't have dollar coins and stuff like that. At one point, when their garden grew a lot of spinach, that was already money to them. If you have food on your table, you have roof on your head, you already have abundance. You have spinach. There's people right now that they're eating out of garbage cans every single day. You're not. You're going to your ice box and you're getting some frozen vegetables out of there. This is the realest talk. Like, I used to think that I was struggling so hard until I heard a man scream, "I'm hungry." I literally heard this black man scream at the top of his lungs, "I'm hungry. Somebody please feed me." And y'all, it humbled me to the max. I was in Market Square one time and I saw this man digging in the garbage. He was eating some old McDonald's sandwich, y'all. He dug out the garbage. I said, "Oh my goodness." That's when I knew y'all, that's when the beginning of gratitude started to be the truth for me. And I took the rest of my food and I said, "Sir, no, no, sir." And I went over and I gave him my food. Another guy came up in a restaurant screaming he was hungry. I said, "Come on." I walked him up to buy him a meal. Some man was walking up at the same time as me. He said, "I got it." I said, "I know why you want to, protect his dignity." He said, "I got him." I said, "Okay," because I was going to buy his food for him. But my point that I'm making, um, no, stop saying vegetables will manifest money. I don't like that will. Will is low vibration. Will. That means you believe that there's another day, that there's another point of time. No. No, the only time is right now. That is it. That the matrix wants you to think in days, in times, and future, and it will come and all. That's matrix. No, you have to say that this moment. See, let me tell you, some of the most powerful manifestors, because I am, y'all, I don't mean no harm. It's really, really wow the way I always get everything I need just coming to me like this. But I live in the moment. When I am teaching y'all, I'm not thinking about, ooh, I will get money off this video. I will get some abundance off of this in an hour. I don't think like that. I'm just staying in the moment. Because once I start thinking ahead like that, like I will get it with whatever that I was supposed to get right now that may just be in intellectual abundance, I'm blocking it. I'm blocking it. Okay? Abundance is coming through all day. It's all day. All day. This obsession with money is disgusting and sickening. Frankly, I'm effing tired of it, y'all. I'm just tired of it. Just start having fun and enjoying yourself and just not waste your money. How about that one? Like, just not waste your money and just and enjoy your life. Because you're not taking none of this stuff with you anyway. You're not taking it with you. People are going to get it. They will rob your graves. Do you know that there's grave robbers that actually work for funerals? Do you know that some of these funeral homes will reopen your casket and take your diamond rings off of you? They know you'll never go back to that casket and know that they took it. The point is stop chasing money. Stop being in panic energy. You don't see kids chasing money and they get plenty. Their needs is taken care of. Your needs is taken care of. What is the problem? I can't understand this. I can't understand. You know that you can walk up the street. You can get the bus where you want to go. You can get your food. You can get your house. What is the problem? The only thing you should really be worried about manifesting is something that works for you. It must work for you. But all that it has to be this beautiful kingdom, this big fancy mansion, this 8 bedroom home, this $90,000 car, all vanity or narcissism. All narcissism. How many people do you see stay nice and kind when they're riding around in those type of cars? When you see people jumping out of very expensive cars, most of them, they're not nice. They're not friendly. They're not that sociable. They're not. They're judgmental. They're critical of anyone who don't have it. Why would you want that energy? When you're chasing expensive things, you're going to pay for it with your character. You're going to pay with it. Your character will struggle. And half of the people that's sitting up there in their fancy, expensive, empty mansions with 8 bedrooms empty, they're faking. They're faking. When they see you on these streets, they're faking like they're nice people. They're tricksters, energetically tricking you. There's no way you could sit in an 8 bedroom home that's empty and you be a positive person and high vibration. You're not. You're dealing with vanity. There's no way I could ever live in a place like that and know that there's people that need a place to stay. There's homeless people in these streets, and I got all these empty bedrooms. Make it make sense, y'all. Why chase that? Why? What for? So everybody can say that you're rich? Well, so everybody can worship you? Remember what happened to Moses' people. If we want to get into the scriptures, they were doing that. If you just stop chasing money, the money will come to you. If you just enjoy what you're doing and have fun and just go with the flow and enjoy and do it with passion, the money has to come then. A lot of people don't want to give to people that's thirsty. And you can never hide your thirst. If you're doing something because I need to make some money, I need to get it, you're thirsty, and that thirsty energy gonna turn people off. Y'all, this is the truth. And how much freedom can you actually have in what you're doing if you're chasing money? You will let people control your character. You will let people control your identity. You will be a puppet. It doesn't matter if you're doing it online. Doesn't matter if it's a non-9 to 5 job. If you're doing it for money, you are signing up to be a puppet. You're signing up to be a puppet. The people who are willing to try to make money off their art, they don't want to be a puppet. They don't want to be a puppet. Writers don't want to be puppets. Painters don't want to be puppets. They're creating whatever they feel like creating. Because they don't want to be a puppet. But if you are once you get into something like this and you're like, I'm doing this because I can get views and monetize money and stuff, you want to be a puppet. And let me tell you, these algorithms are stronger than we think. They can sense when you're being fake. They can sense when you're just after the money. AI knows. AI is smarter than we think it is. It knows this. And it really doesn't want to make people rich who are just after the money. It really doesn't. If you've been fooled. The Matrix has made you think if you'll get richer being a puppet for it. No, you'll get richer when you're not a puppet for it. Some of the most profitable. Let me get on this video, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's see if this is charged. I got to get ready to go too, y'all. I don't think it's charged, y'all. No, it's not charged. Some of the most profitable private business is people who are not willing to be a puppet. And this is what Earl Nightingale talks about. 17 minutes with Earl Nightingale. Not being a follower of the follower. The follower of the followers is do what everybody tell you to do to make money. That's what they say. The follower of the followers say, if you're this race, this culture, you can't do this. If you this weight, you can't do this. You can't show up on YouTube in lingerie. Nah, that's low vibration. See, that's follower of the followers. So I'm telling y'all, If you're following any rules, if you're following the rules of this matrix, it's exactly why you're going to keep getting the same money. It's exactly why. I break rules in all my writing. And then people say, oh, that was beautiful. Wow, how did you do it? Because I break the rules. I'm not following the rules. I don't stay the same course in my writing. I might talk about this, then talk about that. And people say, how can you do that in the same piece and it works? Because I follow my energy, not with everybody how everybody else is doing it. Y'all know that I was on this video live and y'all was seeing me. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get back on. I'll be back in 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay. I'm back on, y'all. I don't know how long this is going to last. Now, okay. Now, some people have told me, okay, oh, in order to get rich, you got to fake it till you make it. No, you don't. Let me tell y'all, some people will not give you no money because you already look rich. Because you already living in a rich looking home, because you're already dressing rich, you already driving a car to get rich, and that's why they won't give you a dime. There are some people on YouTube who are purposely hiding that they're spending their money. I don't know what's going on with this, y'all. This is acting up. My point that I was making is what I'm really trying to get at with this part of the lesson is that when God gives you money, okay, because money was important in the download I got today. When God gives you money, money is for you to enjoy your life and for you to have your essential needs met. It's not for you to collect stuff. It's not for that. Let me give you an example. Homeless people. You know why they're not complaining much? Because half of them are using their money to do the things they want to do. And they have a bag full of stuff. That's it. They don't have hardly any of the worries that we have. Some of them are staying at the YWCA or whatever. Ain't not wrong with that. But the point I'm making is they are willing to stay light and enjoy their life and say, this is what I'm gonna use this money for. So if you can't enjoy your life without having expensive things, how can you say you're worthy of money? You're not. And that's just the truth. If you need expensive hairdos and all that type of stuff, $200 wigs, $100 weaves, $50 nails and all that, you really are not worthy of money. You're really not. And there's people that's going to disagree with me. But when I surrendered all of that, like I'm cool. I feel like now, like the fear of losing my writing ability, the fear of not having money, that went away. Like I used to be so worried that I was going to sit down here and I wasn't going to be able to write for the day. I don't have that fear now. Because I'm not sitting here saying, oh my goodness, I don't have that $50,000 car that my neighbor got. Why don't I have one? I'm not, you know what, I just want a car so I can get to the grocery store in case the buses go down or I'm nowhere near to just get my shopping done. I'm cool. As long as the car working is clean, I'm cool. Abundance isn't always expensive. Abundance is like I'm at peace. I'm at peace. If you're at peace, if you're sitting there at peace, you're already tapped into that abundant energy. At some point, you got to milk it for all it's worth. If you're not even willing to go outside often, how can you say you're worthy of abundance? Nothing is more abundant than the outdoors. It's way more abundant than your house. Sitting in the house and crying and saying, "Oh, I don't get better." You're never going to get it. You're never going to unless you love the outdoors more. You'll never be able to get that abundant energy that the famous people get. You think they're sitting in those homes? No, they're not. They're not sitting in their homes. They're sitting by their pools. They're sitting at resorts. They're traveling. Will Smith and his family travel a lot. They go to like extravagant places. Will Smith spends his money on things where he does things with his money. The purpose of getting rich is so that you can really do things, and enjoy your life. You can do all the things you ever wanted to do. It's not about buying stuff. Because somebody that don't even like you might end up with that when you die. Why you want to bless your enemies? You want to bless wicked people when you die? Because you really don't have no say really in who you die. People can challenge the will or rob your crib. So get the money to spend the money on a wonderful life. So that when you're on the other side as an angel, you have stories to tell people of the living. You can be an abundant muse on the other side someday. It's the stories. It's the stories that the Creator want us to collect. The Creator want us to collect as many stories and experiences possible. We can take with us on the other side to teach the new living beings, more about life in a different way. Stories is what gets you rich. Stories. Doesn't matter how you put it out there. It's just the stories. You have to be willing to be public, to speak, and share your stories. I've blessed many people once they opened up and started sharing their stories. I just recently blessed somebody, a woman who shared her story. When she was trying to be so guarded and guarded and guarded, I warned her. I said, that's blocking your blessings. Hermit energy is not for you to just sit there and waste away and rot. Hermit energy is for you to get clarity about something that may be in your way, clarity about your own soul and your own emotions. Hermit energy is not for you to sit around and I'm just protecting my energy. What is supposed to happen to you is going to happen if you're already 90% on the path and that frequency to manifest it. It's going to happen, even if it's bad. If the percentage is very high. So you might as well just go ahead and stop protecting, go on this protect energy and go ahead and have some darn fun and enjoy your life. You know what, present moment, your email was in there and then it's like gone. So I think that when I purged my email, somehow your email got pushed to spam. So can you email me again, present moment, please? I'm sorry about that. Food and clothes and stuff is good, but there ain't nothing better than having fun. None of this stuff, none of this stuff and these clothes and can please me, not more than having fun. Nothing. Long as I'm having fun, I can have $10 in my pocket. If I'm having fun, I'm all right. If I'm having fun and enjoying and living in a moment, I'm all right. Stop worrying about whether you're going to struggle. This system is actually still set up for you not to struggle. You think it's set up for you to struggle. No, it's not. You have to be willing to ask for help. If you're not willing to ask for help, that's why it seems like this system is set up for your struggle. I got literally an enormous dental bill paid for free because I asked for help. Because I asked for help. I was ready to complain about my dental work. And the dentist, he stopped me in my tracks. He said, okay, the problem's already here. We don't want to complain about it. We're going to take it from here and fix it from here. That's what we can do. I said, okay. I said, thank you for reminding me about that. And then somewhere or another, somebody in the dentist's office literally signed me up to get a lot of my dental bill paid for through a grant. Okay? So what I am trying to tell y'all, stop thinking that this system, the matrix wants you to think that it doesn't, that there is no help, there is no resources, that you're out on a limb. No, you're not. No, you're not. Use all the resources. Stop thinking it's an embarrassment to get food bank food or free welfare. It's not an embarrassment. You paid into it. Your energy over many lifetimes paid for it. It's yours. Go get it. And you can keep your money to do something fun. Have the system pay for you, and you go and use a half of your money to enjoy your life. And that's just the real, y'all. Okay? All right, y'all. I got to get ready to go. Have a wonderful day. I will check for your email present moment. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send it to my Cash App at Coach V Hunter, or you can send it to my PayPal. I have a separate channel now for my psychic readings. I posted the link in the community news. Please check that out. Okay, if you're interested in the psychic stuff. Okay, but I do get downloads that I share. This was a download about being mindful about your money and your time, especially avoiding people that waste your money and time. Okay? People that want you to spend money on them rather than spend money on something that you're enjoying. Avoid those type of people. Okay, bye everybody. See y'all later. Have a great day. Bye, present moment.